Hi, everyone. My name is Elena Jung, and this is Mindset Monday. Speak with me, number 4. I'm a bit late today, which is totally fine. I'm happy to see you, and let me check if the connection is good. Please let me know if you can hear and see me. Okay. So, let's start. Okay, guys, so this is Speak With Me series, where we talk all about our mindset behind the scenes of speaking Russian. We are talking about our fears, we are talking about procrastination, we are talking about our goals and how to be clear about them. So, last time we were talking about what? We were talking about how to be mindful when you choose the person you are going to learn from. So it can be a teacher or it can be just a regular person, not a teacher, right? So it can be a friend or just someone who is native. So today we're talking about a teacher. So we're talking about how you set your goals, how to be clear when you want to learn from a teacher. And I promised you last time to share with you one healthy way how to get corrected by someone. So as we are talking about the teacher and a student today, so I'm going to share with you how to get corrected in a healthy way by a teacher. But please stick with me, as it's not going to be the first thing I'm going to share with you today. First of all, thank you so much for watching. And guys, you make my day all the time when I see your comments, your questions, your engagement. And thank you so much to those of you who is active on Instagram, because I share a very different stuff there. So let's imagine you have already found a teacher and you want to see if you're a good match and you are going to reach your goals with this particular teacher. So you remember that you have to be very clear about your goal, which can be, for example, I want to be conversational and at this level, on this particular level, and I want to achieve that, for example, in a month. And I want to have classes, say 3 times a week, and I have just half an hour. So, or an hour is better actually, yeah. So you get clear with your goal, you communicate your goal to the teacher, and you give a particular example. So this is your job, this is your responsibility to find a good example of a communication level you want to achieve. So it can be a dialogue between people, so you can just find it on YouTube, and you show the teacher what you want to achieve. And remember about intention, right? So it's intention, not expectation. You have your intention about your classes, about what you want to learn from this teacher, and you just stick with it. No expectations. So the next thing, so first thing is you found a teacher. Second thing, you are clear with your goal and you have the right intention. Third thing, don't look at a conversation as a problem. Conversation and any speaking experience in Russian is not a problem. It's an opportunity for you. You don't know what you are going to get from this opportunity, from this experience. It can be anything. Maybe you will learn new phrasal verb, or you will learn some slang, or it will be your first speaking experience with a native. Or maybe you can just take away something different, as you have an intention, not an expectation. You are open to any experience and you are open to learn. So conversation is an opportunity, not a problem. Number 4, ask yourself before you go there to have that conversation with a teacher or have your class. It's actually good to ask yourself these questions every time before a class. What I want to take away from this, what I want to take away from this experience. As I said, it can be anything, but this way, it's not an expectation. This way, you set your intention clearly. It can be a question like, how do I want to feel after the conversation? What am I going to take away? Is it that great feeling of being more confident in speaking? Is it I just want to maybe my mistakes to get corrected because I have no idea. I did my research, I did my homework, but I don't know. I think I'm wrong here. I just want to get corrected. That's fine. You just be clear with that as well. And look at this as the time for yourself to tune in. You are not going to go there and just fall down the rabbit hole. You have no idea why you're there, why this person is in front of you. You don't want to go down that rabbit hole. You take this time to tune in. This is very important, because if you are clear at the beginning, before you start, then you will see the result you are going to achieve. And it's easier to reflect and to review your experience, as always, right? So number 5, who are you being during your conversation, during that experience with your teacher? Who are you being there? You are a mirror. Look at yourself as a mirror. Ask yourself, am I serious about this learning? Am I serious about this conversation? Am I serious about finding the right person to learn from? If you are not serious, please don't expect your teacher to be serious about that. So you are a mirror. And this is the best way to look at this. And you will attract the right teacher, the right person to learn from, if you start from you, if you start from here, okay? So number 6, don't expect your teacher to be great at everything. Don't expect your teacher to teach you all the things about Russian. Grammar, pronunciation, cultural differences, melody of the language, accent, speaking, communication skills. This is not gonna happen. We are just all regular humans. And your teacher cannot be great at everything. Like, for example, if you have a back pain, you are not going to go to a dentist to solve that problem, right? You have to be honest with yourself. What problem are you having at the moment? If maybe there is no problem, you don't look at this as a problem. This is just your goal. You want to get better in grammar. or you want to feel more confident when speaking Russian. That's okay. That's great. You have to ask these questions. You have to be clear about what actually to expect at the end of the day, when it will be time to expect, right? Because you are paying money and you are investing your time, you invest in your you're investing your energy. So we are, as humans, in this case we want to expect something, right? So this is the right time to ask the questions. What are you specialized in? Ask your teacher. Can I expect? Is this the right place for me to be learning from you speaking or grammar or anything else? And when the teacher says that I can teach you everything, no, this is not true. It's the same as, let me give you another example. So for example, you are going to find a good photographer. And there is one photographer who is great at everything. You can see horses on his website, little children, weddings, commercial, fashion, everything. And for example, you are expecting a baby, and you want to take a picture of your baby when she's 2 weeks old. So there is another photographer who is specialized only in shooting, in taking great pictures of the babies who are, like, for example, 0 to 1 month old. Who are you going to? To the first photographer or to the second? It's the same story with the teacher. Yes, I know that teachers sometimes expect too much from themselves as well. And it's okay. Just ask honest questions. Number 7. So now we are getting to mistakes. So mistakes are mistakes. Mistakes are just mistakes. Mistakes are just outcomes out of your experience. They are not you. You are not your mistakes. Mistakes are not your past or your future. They don't predict anything. So, mistakes are great. And this is what is your approach has to be when you are learning. And number 8, own your mistakes with honor. If you make a mistake, that's fine. That's great. It means you are progressing. It means you are learning. It means you are trying. It means you are doing something. Those who don't make any mistakes, they just don't try. They don't do anything. So when you make a mistake, don't try to pretend there was no mistake. Just be honest. Just be open. That's fine. Oh, oops. No, it was actually, yeah, I was supposed to say it this way, right? Okay, yeah, just smile helps always. So just smile to your mistake. Smile at your mistake. So number 9, which is perfect after number 8. Set a goal for yourself to make, for example, 21 mistake during your next conversation. Yeah, I know it's strange, it's awkward, it's funny. Just take something, take your phone, take your notebook, take a pen, and just every time when you make a mistake, just take a note. Oh, good one, well done. But this is how we learn. This is your process. If you want to learn something, you have to do it differently. There will be times when you will not have this notebook with you, when you will not have, when you don't have to take any notes. You will think in the language, you will be fluent. But now, this is what you're gonna do. Number 10, when you have a lesson with a teacher, record it. If it's a video, if it's just an audio, that's fine. Record it. Do your research, find the right tool to record, plenty of applications online, record every conversation, and then watch yourself. But you are not there to judge. You are there to notice, to learn from you, from your experience that you've just had before. I know that this is something that not many students want to do. But this is something that separates great students from regular students. You have to record yourself every time when you speak Russian. If you have a chance. I know, yeah, can be different situations. But if you have a chance, just make an effort. You have a phone. Take the time, empty some space before, and just record it. That's it. So, number 11. As I promised, one healthy way to get corrected by someone, in this case, by a teacher. Let me give you an example. So for example, I'm learning Russian. And I want to say, I want to speak Russian with you. And instead of saying, я хочу говорить с тобой по-русски, я хочу говорить с тобой по-русски, я хочу говорить по-русски с тобой. Instead of saying this, I say, мне хотеть говорить русский с тебя. So imagine this situation. You are in front of your teacher, and you are saying this instead of я хочу говорить с тобой по-русски. What is the healthy way for a teacher to correct you? A teacher doesn't want to repeat your mistake, because this is not something that you want to retain here. I will not repeat how you said it incorrectly. I will say the right way, and I will say something like, ты хотел сказать, я хочу говорить по-русски с тобой, верно? Or I will put it the way, oh, yes, great, I got you. Я поняла что ты имеешь в виду. Можно сказать вот так. Я хочу говорить с тобой по-русски. So you don't want a teacher to repeat your mistake. You want a teacher to be there for you to say one right variant, or maybe two, or maybe three. In Russian, there are different options to say things. That's what I love about Russian, actually, is the order of the words can be like completely different in different variants, and it will mean very similar things. Maybe if you stress some word, it will be different. But if I say, я хочу говорить по-русски с тобой, или я хочу говорить с тобой по-русски, it's very similar, a little bit different emotionally, right? But both variants are correct. So this is the main thing that I wanted to share with you. So we're talking about student and a teacher. Remember that. That's okay. to ask your teacher to correct you this way. Because otherwise, every time when you have this particular situation, when you want to say something, you will remember your mistake first. And it will take you even longer to get to the right variant. And I want to remind you that, for example, if I say мне хотеть говорить русский с тебя, I completely understand you. Yes, grammatically, there is another way to say this. But this is not the end of the world. So again, what is your goal? Is your goal an academic Russian? Then, okay, you have to dig deeper into the grammar. But if your goal is to communicate, to be just real, to hold a conversation, that person will totally understand you. So be clear again. And number 12. Yes, number 12. So what is the difference between a regular teacher, or let's say a good teacher, and a great teacher? A great teacher is someone who wants you to succeed, who wants you to thrive, who wants you to enjoy your speaking, who wants you to enjoy your experience, and who wants you to associate this experience with something great. A teacher is not there to prove himself or herself to be better in Russian than you are. A teacher is not there to prove their speaking skills to anyone, or to prove that they speak Russian better than you. So this is something that you can feel from the first moment of talking. Is this person wanting? Does this person want me to succeed? Does this person want to help me to be there, to get there where I want to be? Or is this person there just to be there, just to be a teacher, just to call themselves a teacher? So just be very careful about your intention, because this is something that your teacher is going to reflect. Just a little reminder. Okay, guys, so let me see if you have any questions here today. I hope that this was helpful for you. And as always, please let me know how you felt, how's your experience going with speaking Russian, and is there anything helpful for you, what we discuss here? I would love to hear from you. Okay, so a lot of great advice as always. Thank you. You are very welcome. Пожалуйста, на здоровье. Очень рада всегда с вами поделиться. Okay, there is just привет. So we don't have many people live today with me, so I don't see any questions from you today, guys. And it's been actually half an hour already, 25 minutes. So yeah, we've done great. So let me know if you find anything helpful here. I would love to hear from you. Email, Instagram, comments on YouTube. And I wish you a beautiful day. Прекрасного, чудесного, волшебного, сказочного вам дня, волшебной недели. И остаемся на связи, как всегда. Теперь по пятницам я пишу письма на русском языке всем тем, кто подписан на моем сайте. Я пишу письма на русском языке о том, что я смотрю, что я слушаю, что я читаю. Это может быть на русском языке, это может быть на английском языке, потому как я использую оба языка каждый день. И если вам интересно, вы можете подписаться на эти письма. И, как всегда, я очень рада вашей обратной связи. Так, еще раз проверяю. Manuel, tell us. I hope I pronounce your name well. I'm sorry if I don't. Everything you say is useful for us. Okay, great. Thank you so much, guys. Peace, love and light. Мир, любовь и свет. Мир, любовь и свет. Всем. До скорого. До новых встреч.